Hello everyone's. I am here for my review of Married at First Sight, Season 15, Episode 8. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I am Lady T. I like to do reviews on scripted reality shows, and also the reactions. If you're returning, you're one of my peoples, welcome back. So, we don't have any comments from last week's video, so we're going to jump right on in. I have a few questions for Kirsten. Did you consummate your marriage before or after you seen Mitch in his disgustingly filthy house? Because that man's bathroom and that kitchen, there was no way. Because if your bathroom looks like that, where you have to bathe and take a shower and clean your body, how do you get a clean body in a dirty tub, sir? I'm just wondering these things. Like, the tub, extra dirty. We had this little bitty old piece of soap sitting over the edge on this bamboo thing that looked like it's seen better days. The kitchen had been sitting there for like a week while y'all was gone. There is food remnants on the stove, in the used pots and pans. Sir, that's how you get roaches. And I'm just trying to figure out, was this before or afterwards? Now, I have been skipping out on the after party, but it was revealed that not only that you can't go to the grocery store that you like, you got to go to his grocery store. And he don't want, he's all about saving the planet. So using a produce bag is out of the question. So he puts produce in his fanny pack, which we don't know how often he washes that, and then puts it on the naked conveyor belt. And I'm expected to eat these fruits? How about this? How about I take these produce bags, put my fruit in it, come home, wash it, and use it again? So therefore, it's a reusable produce bags. How about that? How about giving me the option of giving me like a cloth bag to put my produce in so it's not on this naked conveyor belt? I'm telling you, it was just, you laid down with this man who doesn't seem to care about having a clean home. It's like, it is mind-boggling to me. So now it's time for them to have their party with their friends. Now, these two have different ideas on what theme they should have. She wanted to have a French theme, a charcuterie board with some fruit, some crackers, some cheese, some wine. But he wanted to go to like a zombie apocalypse, alien invasion, how is the world going type of end type of situation. I'm like, I didn't know that those was themes for parties. Then again, I don't be going to parties like that. And this is pre-Panorama. But they settled on basically it's like a Jetsons theme. Like, what would the future look like? Like, say we in the 50s, what the future will look like in 50, 60 years. And some of the things, we don't have flying cars, we're not living in space. We have robots because the Roomba out here and all these other things, but like we have some advances, but not much. But I'm just trying to wrap my mind how these are the things that you guys have gone through. This man seemed more interested in your mama than he seemed into you. This man set up a beautiful date just to tell you he is not physically attracted to you. Only when he got drunk, he tried to pounce on you. Your words, not mine. You've seen how this man keeps a house. You said at your mouth that he just brings stuff in because he doesn't want to throw it away. Sir, if you don't want this cabinet or whatever situation is, Goodwill will surely take it. They will. Goodwill, what's it called? A thrift store. Places like that will take these things. You don't have to hoard. You don't have to be a hoarder. And no, we're going to have a clean kitchen. We're going to have a clean bathroom because I don't want what? Roaches. Moving on to Alexis and Justin. Alexis is catching her sister up on Maya attacking Newton. And how Justin did not tell her that, not her name, what's her name? Mia has been aggressive towards other dogs before she bit Newton. And as a Mia or Maya, I'm going to go back and forth. To me, it was the fact that when y'all, first of all, y'all didn't come together and like, hey, can we, look up how so we can bring our dogs together so there's no tension and none of that thing. Y'all didn't think to do that until after the fact. Now, mind you, I think the outcome would have been the same way because Maya seemed like she about that life. When y'all introduced the dogs, Newton was walking around like, ooh, these is wonderful hardwood floors. Is that crown molding? Oh, yes, I love the ambiance of the place. This is how Newton the dog was walking around, like he was getting a feel of the place. Meanwhile, Justin was holding on to that leash because he knew that Mia/Maya likes to cut up with other dogs. Now, you can't tell, he's in his, those other dogs were, they were the one that starts the things with Maya. How was it starting things with Maya? Did they, hey, y'all at the dog park and the dog see a new dog, the other dogs come up, sniff on Maya or come up to Maya a little too close, and then Maya got to freaking out and wanted to attack them? I need to know the situations because he's like, oh, the other dogs were, the aggressors in that. Mia was just defending herself. Really? Where we at? Oh yeah, she's mad because he did not tell her the other times that Mia/Maya has got into it with dogs. So y'all know Newton is her child. She was like, I don't believe what happened to your nephew. Like, this is her. She be having the dog dressed up and everything. This is her child. I'm not going to sit here and tell you how you should feel about your dog, but your dog is not your child. Because you can go to the store and get a new one. You get over it eventually. I cried like a baby when I lost my dog. But, eventually I got over it. But, like, I don't know. I shouldn't be telling people how they should feel about their fur babies. Now, Morgan, her situation with Ben is all over the place. Because she's found herself in a place not being able to trust Justin. She's putting up these walls because she is mad that we agreed we weren't going to bring up family and we weren't going to bring up my job/finances while we're on our honeymoon. And he's hop, skipped, and jumped went to go over there to talk to Justin about what? Family, her job, and finances. So, guard is up. I've put up a wall. But at the same time, I want him to be affectionate towards me. And I'm like, ma'am, you were sending mixed signals. How are you going to be, my guard is up, I don't want to talk to you, I'm feeling a way about you, but come over here and give me a hug, pat my booty, give me a kiss on the cheek. Ma'am, you were sending mixed signals. And if I was Ben, I would be confused as well. Like, you can't be guarded but want affection and, all that stuff at the same time and not telling this man, I want you to do these things. Yes, I guess her thing is, okay, I got it right now. I was saying, even though I'm mad and I'm guarded with you, I still want you to show me some affection. Like, but she's not relaying this to him, so he doesn't know what to do. It's all you have it in your mind what you want. You're just not relaying this, even though this. You just got to sit down and tell Ben, look here, I get into this space where I'm in my feelings. So even though I'm in my feelings, I still want you to come over and be like, baby, can I give you a hug? Can I make you feel better? The show that you want to be affectionate toward me, even though that maybe that'll help get her guard down. But you not expressing that to him is not helping the situation. And it seems like I don't know how many days it's been because I done lost track, but it seems like she's dragging on this anger a little too far. And his friends had to tell her, does he believe that you are a nurse? Does he know that you are a nurse? Yes. So why are we still talking about it? Now, granted, the whole situation where he was looking at you sideways because you don't have a relationship with your father, you don't know what happened to her and her father to cause her to not have this relationship. So the fact that you were side-eyeing her, you was doing too much. Nate's friend wants to know, has he been open up to Stacia? Because he know he's a hard shell. For whatever reason, Nate doesn't believe that. He feels that he has gone deep with Stacia, but she's like, no, that's just surface letter. I want to get down to the core of your feelings. She is trying to get everything out and done before decision day. she's not going along with the flow. She's like, okay, we're going to talk about kids. We're going to talk about finances. We're going to talk about you moving into my place. We're going to talk about therapy. I want to know about your mom. I want to know how you feel about your mom. We're going to get all this done within the 2 weeks that we've been married, and we're going to continue from here. The thing y'all should talk about is how come he has dirty wine glasses in the cabinet. That'd be a thing to talk about. You should talk about why there 4 large containers of oatmeal that was empty in the cabinet. Why was there a pile of towels on the floor that were wet who are now potentially mildewed on the floor? These is things that y'all should be talking about. I'm getting my husband, he over here like, yeah. Don't even watch the show, but he over here like, yeah, say it, girl. Yes. But he's decided that since Stassia is going to therapy, he is going to try therapy to, try to get deeper on his feelings and his emotions. But he's just worried about once he does that, showing his, becoming more vulnerable, is Stassia going to flip on decision day after he's done all of the steps it takes to get down to the root causes of how he doesn't express his emotions, and then she just flip on him. This is when Kristen tells Mitch that, the situation with her ex. She should have went into it further, like, hey, he wasn't my boyfriend. I had a boyfriend, but he turned into my fiance. I met him when he was sleeping on a neighbor's couch. We was together 6 years. I don't remember if she said he eventually got his own place or if he moved in with her. But, off the bat, you got with somebody who didn't have a stable home of their own. Start right there. Y'all was together 6 years. He proposed. Y'all was going to get married. 6 months before the wedding, he said he got cold feet. That's when you should have, and this is in my opinion, you should have been like, okay, I want to know if you want to do this for real, before I put any money or any more money into having this wedding. But for whatever reason, he convinced her, no, I want to get married even though I'm having cold feet. You should have dug deeper in what does that mean? Does that mean you're scared to get married? Is it you're scared that you're not going to be a good husband or a father? Are you scared that you're not going to be able to provide? I needed you to ask more questions, but you just gotta, yes, I want to marry you, and you stuck it at that. Only 2 weeks before the wedding, some woman came up and said that she was having an affair with your fiance. Now, I don't know if you just went to the fiance and like, I don't want to be with you no more because you cheating, or did you ask and he said, yes, I am cheating? Because it could have been a woman being like, I want to be with him for whatever reason. I want to break them up, or I'm bad at her because she, got a promotion at work over me, what have you. I want to break them up. But did you get a clarification that he was cheating? But either way, you broke up with him. And since you spent your life savings on this wedding, you decided, I'm still going to go on this trip. Now, if the trip was already paid for, then girl, yes, you do, you boo. But it seemed like the people who RSVP'd, was you paying for them to go as well? And he was like, okay, look here, we not getting married, but I still want to go on this lovely vacation. If you want to come, we still going to come. It's just not going to be a wedding. It's just going to be a vacation. He thinks that's weird to have this, I'm not getting married, but I still want to go on this, to this destination type of situation. It's like, I don't think that was weird. But should he kind of have like a little attitude like, how dare you think this is weird? This is not weird. But he says he assures her that he will never do her like her ex did her. But later on she said that the Mitch she had on the honeymoon is not the Mitch she has now. And I'm like, the Mitch you have now, you see that he don't keep a clean house. The Mitch you have now is on the borderline of being controlling. Like, he wants things done specifically the way he wants things done, and there is no compromise. Because when y'all was setting up this party, you got some little plastic shot glasses, and he demanded, if you will, you take those back to the store and get these metal ones. But I'm like, sir, these plastic ones, unless they are easily breakable, excuse me, y'all can just clean those out and use those for like a little bowl to dip your fries in. You know, there's some ketchup, some mustard, some barbecue sauce, whatever condiment you want. You could just use that for the condiments, and you can reuse those over and over again. But he's so anti-plastic and everything, and, you know, more and more plastic in the world is going. Yes, I agree, you know, I understand where he's coming from, but you paying 20 times the amount for these things? Sir, did you buy them? Because we already found out that she makes more money than you. He is coming off controlling, but let her tell it. Oh my goodness, he is the best thing since sliced bread. So Justin and Alexis, they have yet another fight because Justin has been put in charge of Newton, and I don't know why. Newton has been throwing up blood, which is a sign that, hey, maybe we should take him to the, you know, the emergency room. Go take him to the vet to see what is going on. He got that going on. And Newton hadn't eaten in 2 days, yet Justin is trying to get his dog medicine. The dog needs something on his stomach before he takes this medicine. And I still don't know why he wasn't put in charge of this dog. This is, you know, she holds Newton near and dear to her heart. But yet, the man who did not tell you that his dog, Mia, has been out here scrapping with other dogs. You left him in charge? This same man that you said has communications, he's not communicating with you well. You left him in charge. He was like, well, I thought I had everything under control. Yes, your dog was throwing up blood. Yes, your dog hadn't eaten in 2 days, but I thought I had it handled. How? Did you take the dog to the vet and found out the dog just ain't feeling good, and the dog just, you know, need a little IV right quick to get, because it was dehydrated, and now the dog gonna be better? I have questions. What I'm getting from Justin is you have to be very specific with him when you're asking questions, because if you don't, then he's going to be like, well, you ain't asked that. So you got to be like, has Newton eaten today? How many times today have Newton eaten? Did Newton have water? Did you take Newton out for a walk? Was Newton acting differently? These things. What has Newton done today? So, these two are out shopping for the party. They're throwing a 90s theme, and she's getting all kind of 90s theme, like candies or whatever. And again, she wants some effective communication skills, effective communication from him. They get to arguing in front of everybody, and then he flips it and says she gets aroused by arguing and the drama that they have on. And she was like, really? The reason why I'm mad is because my dog was attacked by your dog. And clearly you knew your dog was up to no good because you held on your dog with all your might to make sure she did not move from that location. Then you did not tell me that your dog was out here getting in all these fights with other dogs, even though they were provoking Mia. She was, you know, the innocent one here. And now my dog is going through all these things under your watch, and I'm mad about it. And when I come to tell you I'm mad about it, you gonna have a nerve and audacity to tell me that I'm getting aroused by this? No. Well, you keep on saying you done. She's like, I'm done talking because when I'm talking, you're clearly not getting what I'm saying. I'm not saying I'm done with the marriage. I'm saying I'm done talking about this right now because clearly we are going in circles. Where are we at? Hold on. Oh, yeah. I thought that was out of order. Yeah. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't Miguel not say a few episodes ago, he does not know if he's going to say yes on decision day. But at the same time, he is wanting Lindy to take his last name. She's on this feeling is until she feels secure about the relationship, she doesn't want to change her last name. Because that, yeah, it's a process. You got to go down to the Social Security office. You got to do A, B, C, and D. You got to get all that done. But then it turned into this weird where they were kind of holding hands, but like this. And she was going off of like, talking about, I can't even get on your insurance, but you want me to change your last name? Like, what if I get hit by a bus? Her words, not mine. Then where would I be? Because, you know, she does freelance work, and he has a normal 9 to 5, something like that, where he has insurance, and his spouse is eligible for insurance. But he's like, you don't want my last name, even though he was just saying that he doesn't know how things are going to work, because Lindy tends to put 20 on 10 when she's angry about things. So it's like, he was already saying, I don't know how things gonna work with us, you doing this, but now I want you to have my last name, but since you won't take my last name, you're not gonna get on my insurance. After all that fussing and everything else, and they wouldn't talk to their friends and had their party, he was like, yes, I will put you on my insurance. Now this is when we over here, I'm not even going to talk about, you know, the meetup between, you know, the couples and meeting their friends and all that other stuff. I'm not going to talk about them meeting up with each other later on. What I am going to talk about is Mitch and his nerve, gall, and audacity to sit there on camera and say he doesn't want people touching him because they have nasty germs. Sir, really? We seen what your tub looked like. Not only did the tub have a ring around it, but it had dirt from plants inside of the tub. We seen that disgusting looking bamboo, what's it called? Soap holder. Things like that, they collect mold and all kind of nastiness. We seen your kitchen. We seen the stove that had food on it. They'd been there for a week. We seen pots and pans that had food on there that had been there for a week. We know that you put naked produce in your fanny pack and then eventually on the conveyor belt at the grocery store. And you talk about people giving you germs? Sir, we seen the bottom of your feet when y'all got in bed when y'all was in Puerto Vallarta. Well, y'all was in Mexico. I don't want to trash the name. We see how you don't keep your body clean. But you're talking about people giving you germs. Y'all, when he said that, I was like, I know this man is lying. He could not possibly have said that. Child, I can't. So y'all, that was just, if I left anything out, by all means, leave a comment below. If you were new to my channel, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. It's free all day, every day, free 99. Make sure your notifications are on so my beautiful Facebook's video. You can click on it, you can like it, you can share it with your people, and you can come over and be one of my peoples. If you're already one of my peoples, welcome back. Y'all know what to do. Tell your people to tell their people to come over and be one of my peoples by clicking that icon above. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.